In the words of an old hymn, may the work I've done speak for me. This next film is an intimate snapshot of Reverend Dr. Bennie R. Mitchell Jr.'s achievements, his life, and his legacy as a teacher, pastor, and activist in the state of Georgia. Lovingly directed and produced by his son, Bennie R. Mitchell III. This is It Is Well.
When peace, like a river, attendeth.
Hey everybody, my name is Bobby Huntley and I'm sitting here with Bennie R. Mitchell III, the writer and director, creator of the documentary film entitled It Is Well. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, so this piece, this film about your father, give us some insight, the intel, like what inspired you to create this story?
Man, this goes back around my conception, right? So, I've had a camera in my hand since I was 12 years old, and in 1989, my father received a VHS camera. So I just followed him around the different places and different organizations and speeches that he's had. So a lot of home videos were recorded, but a lot of stuff stemmed from that very start. I found a wall of VHS tapes. Now, when I was smaller, I do remember my father always saying, do not touch those VHS tapes. We couldn't record over them, and I had no idea why. That was living history on the wall.
Wow.
And there was one time, I believe in January 2007, I saw these tapes and I took them back to my office in Savannah, Georgia, and I digitized those tapes.
Yes, I was gonna ask you about that.
Yes. So it took me 2.5 years to digitize the VHS tapes and selected cassette tapes. And I had no idea what I was doing. I thought I was just preserving them.
That is history right there at your fingertips with all of these tapes. The Great Wall of Tapes.
The Great Wall of Tapes.
Awesome.
The Great Wall of Tapes. Everybody's in it. I looked at all of these tapes and I said, I actually have something. So I started shooting November 17th, 2010.
So with this being such a long process, there's always Murphy's Law, you know, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Were there any interesting holdups or hiccups or setbacks during the duration of this production?
Absolutely. Excuse me to cut you off, but I needed to jump in there and say, yes, there were a lot of obstacles. And when you have a passion project, the way I had this passion project, it was about money. I didn't have the funds to complete everything at one go. And everything I felt was, I need to do this now.
Yes.
I need to do this right now. I cannot wait. Fundraisers, okay, I'll try that. I did it, and it didn't fan out very well for me. I spent more money on trying to raise money than to receive money. Now,
Okay.
I took my 401k and all of the money that I was talked about before, and I said, I'm gonna do this or die. And I did it. And it is a very proud feeling that I have when I get to talk about it, because I can inspire somebody to do or follow their heart or follow something that was very bright in their life, to go walk towards that light.
Somebody getting it?
Rev, without a doubt, was a beacon of hope, and he was a guardian light for black businesses. He understood that there were power in having economic strength, and he understood the weakness of this community. He understood what it meant for African Americans to own their own business. He was one of those who were never contented about us not doing business with each other.
Reverend Mitchell
was an advocate for social change in the first order. Certainly, if there was a Martin Luther King of Savannah, Reverend Mitchell would be considered the Reverend Dr. King of Savannah. He was everywhere. He co-signed on everybody's issues. If it was injustice to one, he felt it was injustice to all.
The water fountains have been integrated. The lunch counters are integrated. Can I get a witness? But the new frontier now is to integrate the money.
So you brought the film here to Morehouse Human Rights Film Festival. And if I can recall, you said your father went to Morehouse as well?
Yeah, so back then he would tell us that he went to Morehouse School of Religion.
So it's a little bit of a homecoming in a sense.
Right.
So how does this screening and all of this make you feel? It's like a completeness all the way around.
How does that make me feel? Grateful. I'm grateful that they got a chance to see the work of a product they put out, done by his son. And I'm grateful that they took the time enough to even pass the name on, or the film on, to you guys. So it gives it a little bit more breath of life again. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when COVID came through and it ruined the rest of the tour, because I had a 2.5-year tour, and I was on tour for about a year and a half. COVID came through and ended everything. So I was depressed because I had spent so much time, so much energy, and so much of my life. I'm single. I have no kids. I'm single. I'm 45. And I've been working on this since I was 26. So my mom, she was worried because I just wanted to do it right. I just wanted to remember my father and share the works that he's done. That's it. I just wanted to do that. It was a calling. It was a huge calling. I don't have a family. But some of my homeboys tell me it's overrated. So is there a Bennie R. Mitchell IV? Only time can tell.
But you already have on this earth a legacy through this film, through honoring your father. All that you have done and gone through has not been in vain. Like, you are you're covered. And everything that you decide to do and will do, like, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Everything has been shown. You are tremendously blessed. And I thank you so much for coming here today and share your story. There is no mistakes. Absolutely no mistakes. Not one wrong breath. Not one wrong step.
I appreciate that.
You outwardly showing your love and honoring your father as we are taught to do in the most expressive and vibrant way. Like, there's no other better way that I could think that anyone could do this. So you completed the work and you excelled at it. And I know he's very proud of you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Bennie R. Mitchell III was right here with his amazing documentary film entitled It Is Well. You have been watching Atlanta on Film. I'm your host, Bobby Huntley. We'll see you again real soon.
Our world is what we make of it. Let's always strive to do the work that keeps our communities together. I'm Bobby Huntley, and thank you for joining me, and I cannot wait to see you next week for our final episode, curated by the Morehouse Human Rights Film Festival, right here at Atlanta on Film.